Every bad thing I might want to point at the end, I end up speaking about how good it is. It does well at tracking you fantastically well. Since I have this YouTube channel, I kept trying to figure out a system that allows me to record the climbs from my perspective as a solo Via Ferrata climber or a solo traveler. And I kept trying, aiming to figure out a system that will allow me to record the transitions, to make as much educational content possible from this perspective of me being alone. And I've tried so many things you don't want to know, so many systems, and they all, one way or another, failed. I'm now trying this, the Neo 2. We will see how the footage looks like, but I'm impressed by the obstacle avoidance and the ability to track you. You just make it fly and will do its job. If you say track me, we'll track you. I now used for a bit the Neo 2 from DJI. I have enough data, enough experience to share with you the good and the bad. The bad of it, at a point it was flying, tracking me, and there was a tree. The tree was in front. Instead of pausing or avoiding the tree, it just gone into the tree and it kept trying to track me from the tree. What happened, and this is very bad, is a scratch on the obstacle avoidance sensor. I don't know if you can see it. There is a scratch. There is a scratch on the plastic as well. I'm taking care of my gear. If I scratched it, what worries me, if it's scratched so easily, this is bad. This is very bad because, well, it's scratched too easy. If it's scratched during a flight, then whose fault is? Is this glass or plastic on the obstacle avoidance sensor? I don't know. It's scratched. I'm disappointed. The propellers are dirty. It always has a tendency to go into the bushes, into the trees. Even if I'm flying open fields, still they get dirty. I don't know how this happens. They are dirty and they show signs of impact. This means you have to have propellers to eventually replace them. I have two that came with a bundle. I might buy more. You have to learn how to set it, how you choose the settings based on your scenario. Also, you need to learn its limitations. It can go up to 20 meters, for example. I was at an old fortress. 20 meters wasn't enough to get the fortress itself. I've tried the drone, other modes, plus minus none of them really did a good job. You need 9 batteries in total for my case with Via Ferrata. If I want to have enough for Via Ferrata, probably I need 9 batteries. I've tried charging them through rotation while climbing with a power bank. Doesn't work. A power bank is bulky, it takes time, it is slow charging, you consume the batteries faster than they can recharge. Best here is to have 6 or 9. In my case, at least with climbing Via Ferrata and the pace I'm consuming the batteries. That one is a limitation, not necessarily bad, it is a limitation. The modes to follow you are good, they can improve. Keeps going back and forth. Actually, it is good when it does that, but I never know if it crashes or not. It is hard to trust it that it will not fly away or that it will not crash and lose it. The effect is actually good. I've checked the footage. Good effect of this back and forth on the Ferrata. It shows like someone filming you, recording you. It loses you. Sometimes it makes perfect sense. Each time it lost me, it made sense. Sometimes loses itself, loses track of his senses. Again, normal, expected scenarios. It was extremely hot with a lot of sunlight, and with a scratch maybe it gets confused, hence the errors. That's pretty much all about the bad things. I can only speak good things at the end. It is many good things that I can speak about. It does a very good job with tracking you. It takes off from your palm, it lands on your palm. Yes, sometimes it struggles, sometimes comes above your palm but refuses to land. That's true. But overall, the technology and the way it works amazes me. Like, good job. Very good job. If I go through here, through these trees, easy peasy for it. Extremely easy for the drone, no problem. It does such a good job at avoiding the obstacles and finding you back again and tracking you. I was amazed. I was amazed. Now, the footage, again, you have to learn the settings based on your scenario, your context, and maybe it improves. Then, of course, the editing in post, how you cut the frames and so forth. Overall, I love it. It is a very good drone. Impressively good, thinking at the fact that This is automatic. What I needed was something to follow me, first of all. It does that job. Can it be smoother? Can it be smarter about it? Definitely. I hope Neo 3 will come with AI features that allows the drone to act as a director. This is what Neo 3 needs, to be a director, to understand where you are and how you move, the poses you take, and when you pose, maybe it should move, it should rotate a bit, it should change vantage point, things like that. While doing that, it creates a storyline, it creates movement into the footage. The sudden breaks when you stop, not good enough. It should anticipate that you are stopping based on how you move, for example. Again, some AI chips will do justice to it in Neo 3. I will definitely buy Neo 3. When it will get released, I will definitely buy that. By the way, I lost the gimbal cap. It was either a damn stupid cap, so I don't regret that much. But I regret losing things. I've searched for it. Oh, I've searched for it so much. I couldn't find it. Hours. Climbing up and down the hill. Couldn't find it. I don't know how I lost it. At the same time, I lost the slim pen from Microsoft. 135, 140 euro costs the replacement. The cap of it, then the scratch happened. And I don't remember, there was something else. All happened in the same span of 3 days. It was a hit, very big hit, because I'm growing older, getting older. I'm not as disciplined as in the past. I'm learning new things. I'm learning a new way of living. I'm doing the DusterHouse experience. It is a lot of change, and this bothers me because, well, I always, at least through work I did, I was always extremely precise, never making an error, never. An error could have cost millions, so I never made errors. And this bothers me as an individual. I've searched for it, I wasn't able to find it, but again, it was a stupid cap. I need something smarter, better. I will DIY that once I will be back. And then I need a sleeve to make sure the sensors here, or something to put on the sensors while storing it. Then if the drone crashes back into rocks, which will happen on Via Ferrata a lot, not that will crash the drone, will hit rocks and get the sensor scratched. I cannot do anything about that. I think it is on the Via Ferrata, it touched something, but I will see the footage. Maybe I can figure out the moment. It's hard because it records and you don't know if it bounces like this because it touches something. How can you tell? Because the gimbal stabilizes, no? And you might think it is wind. I cannot. I'm not blaming DJI yet. Again, by the time I'm sending it back, if I don't lose it in between, because I will still fly it with a scratch and maybe it gets confused and crashes, and if it crashes on Via Ferrata, it will be almost impossible to recover. If I don't lose it, and if it scratches more going forward until I send it back, then it means the quality of the glass or plastic on the sensor is bad. If it doesn't, it means it was just an accident. If they will help me as part of warranty with a replacement, okay. If not, I will just pay for the care refresh replacement and I will take that. Best drone ever. Better than the DJI Mini 5 Pro, because that one requires a lot of effort. I cannot do that on Via Ferrata, no. Not even this one I can fly on Via Ferrata. This stresses me because of a battery life. I know I get up to 10 minutes, so if I don't go through the element in 10 minutes, I might lose it. That one is a stress. The DJI Mini 5 Pro was giving me 20 minutes, 25 minutes, it depends on context. And of course it has better sensor, better everything. But this is way easier to carry on the Via Ferrata. Way easier. By the way, that one is the DusterHouse. I use the drone through that path there, which is full of trees like here, and then small trees like there, leaves everywhere, the obstacles everywhere. It never failed to follow me, never. It figured out how to overcome the obstacles. Impressive. This is Neo 2. It's way better than Neo, the initial Neo. Imagine Neo 3. I will definitely buy that because this is so good. We'll see the quality of the footage, if it is usable and I get what I want. The battery doesn't last that long. You have to change them. I have a combo with 3 batteries. And what I will do is I will take with me a power bank and I will charge them through rotation. I will use, charge, use, charge, use, charge. Should be enough. I should be able to do it. Interesting. I'm impressed. I'm impressed by the DJI Neo 2. It's my first time out of it. I bought it last year when it was released, but I didn't get it to test it. I know everyone says it is amazing, but I wanted to see for myself. It kept tracking me. It starts from your palm. It comes back to your palm. Now I'm curious to see if it comes back into my palm on the mountain, because the problem I had with the DJI Mini 5 Pro, for example, which is an amazing drone, amazing, but I had to fly it with a remote. Then the buttons were touching the mountain myself. I was touching them accidentally and the The drone was going crazy, different directions, one thing. Another thing, if I wanted to fly it out and back from the route, sitting somewhere hanging, I couldn't because of obstacles. I could fly it away, but not fly it back. Hopefully this one will do a good job. I will report back to you. Still impressed by it. For obstacle avoidance is so this, given that it is so small, it's impressive. Did a very good job. And it doesn't cost that much money. This is what is important. It is affordable. Impressive. Well done, DJI. But, to say it, I'm upset with DJI because they have now the DJI store sale, whatever. Italy, France, Spain, Germany all get massive discounts. Guess what? For the Romanian shop, for the Slovenian shop, the shop for Bulgaria, online, we speak about the online shop, no sales. For Romania, even worse, they have a product and say it's massive sale, but the prices are full prices. I contacted them. Oh yes, we apologize. They didn't do anything practically about it, and they promised a discount, didn't deliver that. Now, I didn't want their money, I wanted the discount. I don't know why DJI does that. You should not do it because, look, you have loyal customers that want to buy more, and it counts. And if you have sales for Italy, for Spain, why not for Romania as well, for example? I'm disappointed about it, massively disappointed.